Good morning, Jim. Thanks for joining us this morning. My first question to you is, what do you like about your work?
So, thanks Tom. I work at UKCH, which is the UK Centre for Ecology and Hydrology, which was until recently a kind of a government department, but is now independent and operates as a charity. And essentially what comes out of there is any science that you might see on anything about climate, hydrology, ecology, there's a high chance it's come out of that department and it's come from scientists there. And my role in there is as a project officer, so supporting, I suppose in a roundabout way, supporting the scientists who are actually kind of doing the research and delivering the science for these projects. But it's in a roundabout way, it's a background I come from. I did do a degree in environmental science many years ago and then worked in the corporate sector. So for me now, is my kind of step back towards science and environmental and ecology, which is where I kind of wanted to move back to.
How did you get started?
I did a degree in environmental science straight out of A levels, straight to university with not a clue what I wanted to do. So did environmental science in the early days when it was still kind of a new thing. But subsequently then went travelling and then kind of drifted away from having any idea what I was going to do and ended up, as many people do, just in the corporate kind of world of first IT, funnily enough in multimedia, and then into publishing, all linked to multimedia, but with a view personally of wanting to get back into the science and into something connected with ecology and environmental. So something in a work sphere that kind of echoed more what my own personal interests were. So that's kind of, it's taken a while to get there, and I've kind of almost kind of started again in many respects, but what I do now, working at UKCH and supporting kind of science projects, is take my experience, my work of working in a corporate sector, which is more the project management, those kind of approaches, and bringing those to bear on science projects where they might not necessarily have that skill, those people doing that because they're focused on very intense science.
Yeah. And what would you say to someone looking to start out today?
I think starting out today, it would be the same advice that I give myself, is that, or should have given myself over and over and over again, is that certainly take different jobs that might necessarily be what you think you want to do, but set a framework and some goals within that. Just say, right, I'm going to take this on for 6 months to a year, and this is what I'm looking to get out of this one role. And if I haven't achieved that in this year, that's when I need to move on. What you shouldn't do, and the mistake I made for a lot of my career, was getting distracted by life and then sitting in the same role for too long, and before you know it, 7 or 8 years have gone in a role which you didn't actually particularly want to do. So don't be complacent just because a role is, perhaps easy is the wrong word, but just because a role kind of suits you and suits your lifestyle at a time, don't be complacent about what that actually means in terms of kind of career path, because you might find, you've done 8 years there, you might have, and certainly in my case, gone through a few different titles and still be in a position in an industry that you didn't actually want to be in.